Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. This is a quick tutorial, a very quick tutorial. Yesterday, I spent quite some time trying to figure out how to add acknowledgements in my app for the third-party software that I used. So I figured it out, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did it because online I did find that quite a few tutorials were saying to use a script, but there's a very simple way to do it without the need for a script. You can just simply copy and paste the information. So here in front of me, I have my app Study Break, and I'm gonna show you the finished product. So if I just go back and I go to the settings, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, it takes its time. Down here at the bottom, we have Study Break, Acknowledgments, and here we go. So Study Break uses the software SW Reveal View Controller. Its license terms are as follows, and it's got the copyright information. And I think this is a good thing to have. It's not mandatory if you use third-party software. It's actually enough to just have it included in your .ipa file. But I think it's a good thing to have because obviously this guy, Joan Luch, if I can pronounce that name correctly, this person or lady, I don't know, provided this software, free of charge, and they did a lot of hard work in, making it, building it in the first place and making it available. And Study Break doesn't actually use much third-party software. This is the only thing it uses. But in other apps where you use quite a lot of third-party software, and if it's useful to you, I think it's good to share. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm quickly gonna show you. This is the simplest thing. So first thing I'm gonna do is go to GitHub, and I'm just gonna download something, anything. I'm not even going to use it in the project. I'm just going to use it for demonstration purposes. What have we got here? Let's just type in, I don't know, what can we type in? Text, iOS. All right, let's see what comes up. You're taking your time. And let's put it in Swift. Markdown text view, okay, whatever. Let's download this, and as you can see here, we have a license file, so we'll download this. And in the downloads, why is my laptop moving so slowly? Oh no, I have to double click, I'm so stupid. All right, so here we have a license file, and we can open this with, what is it? Script editor. Cancel, don't do that. Where is the... All right, so this tutorial is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Let's just open this with text edit. And yes, open it, damn it. All right, so here we go. Copyright information I can't pronounce that. Yada, yada, yada. So this is what you usually get in your license file. So if we go to Xcode, and let's create a new project. Let's close this project to begin with, actually. Stop tasks, yep. Let's click on this, and create a new Xcode project. Single view application, product name, settings, bundle, tutorial, Swift, universal, blah, blah, blah. I don't need any of that stuff, it doesn't really matter. Let's save this in tutorials, create, and so here we go. Let's go to the storyboard. We have, oh, my laptop is slow. I think it's about time I bought a new MacBook. Here we go, view controller. Let's just put something in the middle of that just to make it so that it's not blank. I hate blank screens because when you fire them up, it's like you don't know if there's an error or something. Well, what's going on here? All right, here we go. What do you mean? All right. And I've forgotten how annoying it is to code on a small screen. All right, so let's just call this settings bundle app tutorial. No capital letter. All right, and let's just pin this to the middle of the screen so it doesn't disappear. Okay. Now, we can get started on the actual tutorial. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to File, and you go to New, then you go to File again, and you want to select from under iOS Resource Settings Bundle. You select this, and what this does is it's going to add settings bundle here, and wait for it, taking its time. Okay, so in this, you're gonna get this, which you don't really need to mess around with, and you're gonna get this. This is actually for localization. I'm not gonna show you how to do that in this tutorial. I'm just gonna show you how to do it basically just for English. So here you get this root.plist file, and in this they've given you a template, an example. So these, if you fire this up, you're gonna get this in your UI, but I don't even want to waste time showing this to you guys. What I'm going to do is really just delete everything that's here, and except for what we need. So we are going to need 2 items. I'm going to delete the last 2. You can just press backspace and it disappears. The top one is group, and it's going to show you, okay, maybe it doesn't make sense for me to actually show you what this looks like. So I'll show you what it looks like first. And then once I've shown you, we can go ahead and change it. Taking time. Okay, so settings, bundle app tutorial. Let's go back to settings. I do find that sometimes, yeah, so here we go. So group here corresponds to this first bit, and name corresponds to the second bit. But this is a text field. We don't want a text field because there's no need for that. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. The first part, group, we want to keep that the same, but we want to change the title to pretty much anything you want. But I like to put about. You could put about, or you could just put acknowledgements if you really wanted to. Can't spell. Acknowledgements. Yeah. But let me make it about, because I don't really want to get confused. About. So for the second part, this part, what you want to make this is, you want to make this child pain. So here we go, child pain, and then you're gonna have the title here, call this acknowledgements, and you also want to add file name and also call that acknowledgements. I'm going to keep this all in lowercase just for simplicity. So we can stop. I hope you're following what I'm doing here. All I did for the second part was just change the type in this part here. That's all you need to do. You change the type and then it changes up here to correspond. So let's go back, taking its time. So if we go back to settings, ooh, it's disappeared. Why has it disappeared? Oh, sometimes what happens is you have to reset the simulator because the stuff keeps disappearing. If you're loading it onto your phone, you don't really need to do that. You just have to reopen the settings app. But with the simulator, you actually have to reset the whole simulator for it to appear sometimes. So hopefully it should show up this time. Let's have a look. Hopefully, don't embarrass me. Here, so here we go, acknowledgements. And then we hit this, nothing comes up, because what this does is the file name we put here is an acknowledgements plist, but that doesn't exist in our project yet. So when you click on this, it's just taking you to something that doesn't exist. But we're going to make that right now, and it's really simple, really straightforward. And this is why I made a tutorial, because so many other tutorials were showing you how to do it with a script, but you don't even need a script. What you do here is, if you right click, you go to show in finder. So you right click on root plist, go to show in finder. Now this root plist, what you're going to do with this is just command D to duplicate it. Then you're going to change the name to acknowledgements, or basically the same thing that you saved. You're going to change it to the file name to match. Now this appears back in your, it appears in your project. So now, but the problem with this right now is it's literally exactly a copy of this. So what you get is a never-ending string of this. So you just keep clicking on this and it keeps taking you to the same screen. But we are going to change that right now. And it's really simple and straightforward to change. All you need to do is, where is it? Child pain specifier. No, you don't need this bit. Delete item 1. Item 0 is... yeah, so item 0. So let's fire this up. What you're gonna have here is you're gonna have Oh, I have to restart the whole thing again. This is annoying, but I'm going to restart it because I do want to show you step by step what's going on. So let's run this again. So essentially what I've done is on this second page, I've created another group that says about, but we're going to change the title of about in a second. So now, let's go to settings and go down again. Acknowledgments. So yeah, this is all we've got, but this is what we need. So we're going to change about. What I did in my version of Study Break is I put the version, and whatever you write here is going to be the title. So it's going to be, if you know your iOS and you know your table view controllers, it's going to be basically the header in the table view controller. So I like to put the version. Let's call this version 1.0, and then that's going to, where we have about, this is now going to say version. Now, the part where you put your acknowledgements is underneath. What you do is you add another, I don't even know what these are called. Press the plus button here, and then you write footer text. Now this is essential because if you try to put title, what's going to happen is whatever you put here is all going to come out in caps, and we don't want it to come out in caps. So here we have footer text. Now literally all we have to do is go to this and literally copy it, and we want to format it first, because if we don't format it, sometimes you might end up with strange looking layout. So if we just open this quickly, paste this in here, and you could put, you know, something at the top. I don't even know what the name of this software is, so I'm not going to put that, but you could just put this app uses for following software under the following license agreements. You could just put something like that. And what I like to do is go down here, and then as you can see, because of how this file was made, we have all these new lines, but I don't want to do that. I like to have everything that's meant to be together. So I'm just going through and just deleting. I really should have done, here's one I made earlier, but I'm going through and deleting it bit by bit. But then for the end of this part, I'm going to keep the new line, and then I'm going to go through, delete this, and, you know, go through here, delete that. Here we go. Yep. There we go. This tutorial is taking a lot longer than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like 5 minutes. So here we go. So I've just put it so that everything that belongs on the same line is on the same line, and then new lines for everything that doesn't belong on the same line. Now I'm just going to copy this, and literally all I do is click here and paste. Did it paste? Yeah, it pasted. Okay. And press enter. Now, if I stop the task and I go back to yeah. Now, when I run this again, we should be finished. Literally, that's all you have to do. And it really is that straightforward. And it took me quite some time to figure this out, because so many different tutorials were saying you need to use a script. And I can understand why you would use a script if you have a lot of things that you need to put in, but it's really, you know, if you're someone like me and you don't like using scripts, you can just literally type whatever you need to add into a text editor, and then it should show up in your app. So here is the moment of truth. Let's see if this actually works. Acknowledgements, and there we go. It's really that straightforward. It's not any more difficult than that. And I think it's great, you know, just to, you know, really give credit where credit is due for these people that help us out, you know, and provide open source software. And funnily enough, this person right here gets free promotion on my video. I don't know who they are. But that is the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I will be doing more tutorials for things that I learn and I think that there aren't suitable tutorials online yet for, if that sentence even makes sense. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned because I've started working on another app and I'm going to be uploading videos regarding that. So you shall see me again soon. Peace.